Hi everybody, how's it going? Hey dude, look at my t-shirt. It is not saying, hi everybody, how's it going? This is fashion, haute couture. Today I want to talk about Michael Jackson, the artist. You know, I have to admit I was never a fan of Michael Jackson. I never owned any of his records, his albums. I had friends who had his records, and we listened to the music, and I kind of dig it. It's like music for the masses. It's pop music. So I'm old enough to remember the 1980s, and I remember in 1984, or was it 1982? And the video Thriller was a very popular tune back then, and we saw the video, and we were scared, when he turned into a werewolf. And I think that music video was cutting edge. It was very modern for that time. He was maybe the first one who did such a video, such a expensive to make, a very artistic video. And in 1987 he released the album Bad. I had one of my friends, he bought the album, and we listened to it, and I thought it was really something special for that time, music-wise. You couldn't compare his music to someone else's artist's music, because it was one of a kind. Sort of, I like the arrangements and the beats. Very sort of way ahead of futuristic, I would like to say. He pushed the envelope. Very modern music. Not the kind of music that you had heard at the time. Nowadays, you would not be impressed of that album. And his dance, of course, he was like a superhuman artist. With his moonwalk, no one could do that. It was one of a kind. But he was a very famous person as an artist, and but he was also very controversial, because later on in his career, kind of changed his look. With the album Bad, you couldn't recognize him because he looked like a completely different person. And people began to wonder about what happened to him, and that he did plastic surgery to change his appearance. And but then he denied that. I didn't do much of a plastic surgery. I just changed. He used to look like a black African American. So he started out as a black person, and then he gradually turned white. He became a Caucasian, and he, journalists confronted him, and they asked him, why did you undergo plastic surgery? Why did you change so now you look like a white person? And you say you're a proud black man? Everybody thought that he did it because, being white and sing, and you have to be white, so because then you will become more popular. But he defended himself, and he said that, no, I didn't do that much plastic surgery. I suffer from vitiligo. It's a very rare skin disease. But hey, vitiligo, it's like spots on your skin turn white. It's like, but all of him was white, so But it could have been also that he used makeup. You never know. But vitiligo is not like you turn completely white if you're a black person, and he couldn't have been an albino either, because then he would have been born as an albino, and there are albinos in Africa, so it's also a disease, so they were born without a pigment. And in Africa, they think that the albinos, if you're born an albino, those are like people of the devil, and they kill them. They just like slaughter them, because the tribes down in Africa, if they see albinos. And so Michael Jackson, he was surrounded by lots of controversy. And of course it was lies. I don't think that he suffered from vitiligo. It was all due to plastic surgery. And obviously he did want to become more accepted, so he had to turn white to become more successful. Although you can be black and successful too, but not according to Michael Jackson. And the question is, would he have been less successful if he stayed black? The man, Michael Jackson, he did not cope very well with the everyday life, because he was born a superstar, and later on there were some rumors occurred that he had molested children, and I think that he really did that. He concealed it. He paid off the families of these poor children that he molested, so he got away with it. And if you are very rich and famous, you are used to success, and you are used to trick yourself out of a difficult situation. And rich and famous people, they don't think that they will get caught. They think that they can do whatever they want and treat people disrespectfully. It's like O.J. Simpson and Robert Blake, famous people, but they got away. At least O.J. Simpson did, because you have money to pay off your lawyers, and people respect you. Michael Jackson, such a good, professional artist, and he looks so innocent. He couldn't have done that. If most people thought that he was innocent. He lived a very, special life, and he was successful. He was a good singer and a professional dancer, and he was respected within the music industry, but not as his private life was a fail. He married Melissa Marie Presley, Elvis's daughter, because he wanted to improve his image. But the marriage failed because I don't know. He wasn't or he was a homosexual, maybe, I don't know, or asexual. Doesn't matter. But I remember in 2009 I was sitting on a train. There was a newspaper on the table, and I picked it up, and I read the front page. It said, Michael Jackson is dead. He is deceased. And I was surprised. I was like, wow, is he dead? What happened to him? And so his doctor gave him an overdose of some drugs, and maybe he had other issues too, medical issues. His memory will live on, and so will his music, and people will remember him in the future too, because people still remember Elvis, although he's been dead for 36 years or something like that. And so that's what I think about Michael Jackson. It's like